Tony Allen retirement night was on Saturday night. A big kudos, in the words of Chris Wallace, who I saw this weekend, to everybody associated with the Grizzlies game operations, because I thought you guys did the best of all best jobs on this. The whole night was great. The Lupe Fiasco thing was great. The intro was great. The video presentations were great. The
old school videos with
so many people. Yeah, the old school videos were great. I thought it was a perfect job for this night. And do you know what's you want to hear something crazy? I'll give you a little behind the scenes thing.
Let's go.
Super crazy. I was so thrilled when that video started playing, the 6-minute video before they did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it popped up, narrated by Chuck D.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you have something to do with that?
They asked me to reach out to him. And, you know, after he said those nice things about me, this is to Chuck D's credit, I messaged him. I was kind of sheepish to do it, but I messaged him, and I was like, hey, they're doing this thing with the Tony Allen retirement. Wanted to know if you would be interested in voicing the the thing that they're doing, the video as they're doing it, whatever. I will tell you, immediately got back to me and said, email this guy.
Dang.
Immediately.
Look at you with the
Shout out Chuck D.
No, not to my credit, to his credit, because that, and also to Tony's credit, because it just speaks to the same way that you saw all those people in the documentary that wanted to be involved, is the same way that a guy was like ready to, yes, I will do this, right? It was super awesome. It was a great night. I got to see everybody. Like I told you, it was like a family reunion. Obviously, we went to the after party after the whole thing was done. Everybody was there.
Going on.
I saw so many people that I had not seen in years. His sisters, his mom. The crazy thing is, and we don't talk about this a lot, I had an overwhelming feeling when I walked in one of the suites, and, I told you I saw Mackenzie Randolph, earlier this year, who I had not seen since she was a little girl, and is now playing for Louisville and has been a McDonald's All-American or whatever else. And it's just crazy all these years later, to see her as a grown-up who's going to college, who has had this, she's going to be in the WNBA one day, and see Zebo's kid. I had not seen Kiki, his daughter, in over a decade. You saw her briefly in the documentary because she now has young kids, and you heard Tony say, Grandpa's here or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know this, because you have an awareness of Andre and Levi.
Yeah.
When Tony first moved here, and we were going through all those years, Kiki lived with Tony's daughter. Kiki was in high school at the time, during all those years, whatever.
Yeah.
Tony had sole custody of her. I don't know how many people know that.
Yeah.
And was a great father, and Kiki was mega successful in school, but she was omnipresent. He lived with him and Desi, or Kiki lived with him and Desi, and was at the games and whatever. I knew her in the early 2010s, and now she's a grown woman with kids and whatever, and it was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
What a world. What a world. And seeing all the old players, right? Obviously, you saw Vince Carter, Ed Davis, Quincy Pondexter,
Bano.
Udre, all kinds of people that were back. I got to see Chris Wallace, catch up with him. John Hollinger was here, catch up with him. Obviously, Lionel Hollins and many others. And then the whole celebration and the raising of the banner and whatever else. I just thought they did an unbelievable job with it. I truly did.
Yeah.
Truly did.
It was one-on-one.
Unbelievable job.
It was one-on-one for sure. I think everybody, I talk to y'all about all the time about black churches.
Yep.
And how sometimes we go to church at a certain hour and we always leave at a certain hour. Tony was epitome, bro. He grabbed the microphone and just talked and talked and talked and talked and shouted out everybody. It was amazing, bro. Everybody got a shout out from Tony. And I thought he was gonna fall off the stage.
Which is you know what? I told you guys yesterday, I didn't care until all the way it played out because they had asked me about being a part of it. Whether I wanted to be on the stage, whether I wanted to do a video, whether I wanted to do whatever. And I was like, look, this is his night, man. This is his night. I don't have to do anything. And then as I watch it play out and I'm watching Quincy Pondexter get things, I'm like, Jesus, Chris,
like,
I should have done it.
Yeah.
I was like, you think I'd
should've.
shout out everybody in the world?
But shout out to Beta. Shout out Quincy for that one time you did this.
I'm
Ed
like,
Davis, you was my
I
dog.
know. I'm like, this is crazy.
Chris Wallace.
And then then I get done. We get to the after party, whatever, and Tony comes. He gives me a huge hug, and he was so mad at me that I wasn't up there. He's like, bro, where were you? And I was like, man, I had told them I didn't want to, this was your night and whatever. And he's like, what? And I was like,
Bro.
I know. I should have. I was like, I didn't care until it got to the point where you were thanking Quincy Ponders. I'm like, what? He's less than dick to do with anything.
Tony was talking his ass off up there, boy.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
It was at one point I was sitting there, I was like, bro, he was just talking. Then he started like walking forward. I was like, and then Desi had to like grab him. I was like, yo, is this dude about to fall off this stage? Like you just let him go. Just let him cook, bro.
Yep.
It was the most Tony Allen thing in the world. It's like one of those things where we talk about all the time. Like the dude didn't put up 20 points a game.
No.
He didn't do this.
It was awesome.
But like it's like genuine love, bro. The dude, like everybody in that crowd felt like that dude was gonna die for the Grizzlies and die for the city. And like that's why everybody sat down. I saw people crying, bro. I cried. Like
it was amazing.
I did.
It was amazing, bro. You cry?
Yeah.
It was amazing, bro.
Twice.
Cried twice.
I teared up 2 different times.
Like
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. So,
The introduction was great. That Lupe Fiasco song, when you get something emotional,
I know,
and get that song playing over it, man,
and the whole dapping up his kids.
Yeah,
and
then he held his mom. I'm like,
it can get you in the feels.
Man. Damn.
Yeah, it was super cool.
That's the heartbeat of this city, bro.
This whole video with
great.
him walking out and walking down the hall and everything was unbelievable. Like I cannot express enough how great a job they did with this whole evening.
Hey, that's like the whole like Tony Allen, like from the documentary to the lead ups to the presentation, everything was, bro, top tier, bro. Shout out to everybody that had the game mobs to video
This
people.
video, unbelievable.
Yeah,
and look, so appropriate. His number is going to be up in the rafters because he is as representative of this franchise as anything else. Awesome night. Lupe Fiasco was awesome too, by the way.
He was amazing.
He was awesome.
Wearing the Gangsta Boo jersey too. The
Also,
Grizzlies Gangsta Boo.
obviously staying in shape.
Oh, he
You
lifting
bring
weights,
in some
bro.
of these guys that they've let themselves go. Lupe ain't. Not only is he not letting himself go, he looked like I want him to scrap.
Yeah, he was doing push-ups for sure, doing the jail workout.
It was
You see
awesome.
Paul Pierce get on
Look at
Tony
you.
for that. Get on Tony for that suit. He said that loose ass suit you was wearing. He said his suit was too baggy. Hey, my boy Tony was in the gym, bro.
You know-
he left. He left. Like,
You know, one of the things, we were sitting together after it all, and late on Saturday night, we were sitting down, and he says to me, he's like, they really stayed, Chris. And I was like, what? And he's like, people didn't leave, man. He goes, I look up, and they were all still there.
Yeah.
They all stayed. And I was like, you thought they were going to like hit the exits or something? He's like, I mean, I didn't know how many people were going to stay after the game.
Bro, they love you, bro.
Everybody stayed.
They love you.
And through that speech
They
too.
did. No, they did. No, they did do this though.
You started
They
to
did
wear
go
them down. You started to wear them down, my guy.
Yeah, they went from standing up.
Oh, yeah.
To everybody's like, all right, TA's still
I
talking.
think I saw a couple people go and take a bath. I know a couple people took bathroom breaks and came back.
Yeah, they needed to turn on
Hey.
some of those like Oscars music in the background. to play them on the stage.
Like, yo, Tony,
Was that Chappelle show skit? Wrap that up, B.
Yeah.
wrap it up, bro. Wrap it.
When we get to the back row, come on.
Hey, look, I told you, I thought he was gonna be like, shout out to the usher. That one time you grabbed my towel.
Hilarious.
For me. Like, is the most Tony. Like, bro.
Great night, though. Great night.
It was
But
great.
like, that's the reason why I think people get so bothered about like sometimes why our team doesn't play hard. because I think it's
Where
like,
was our team during this too?
Jaron was out
they're
there.
all-
There's
they're all
a
on the
couple of
bench.
them were out there.
all on the bench,
Jaron,
all on the bench. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, Jaron was there. Cam Spencer was there. There's a couple of them that were out there.
I think that's the people get so like sometimes get aggravated because it's like the dude
You saw this.
The foundation of this franchise was built on playing his ass off.
Yep.
Like the foundation of it.
Yep.
It's like, why do you like? We want you to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know he did his other stuff. But like, why not give your everything, bro?
We need more dogs.
We need more dogs.
We need more dogs.
We
Shout out
need more
Tony.
dogs.
Shout out
We need
Tony
more
Allen, man.
dogs.